record shop. Mackie's 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 record shop. High grade pharmaceutical audio. Mackie's record shop. 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 Dig it, 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 dig it. Dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it. Mackie's record shop. 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 Mackie's record shop.
I'm 10 steps away from being 100 steps apart. I'm 10 steps away from being 100 steps apart. Sometimes there's an accepted idea on what's good. After time passes, like all things, the accepted idea is becoming the usual idea. or worse, the cliche idea. So in search of the new idea, an artist will distance himself from what's considered the standard. But how far away do they feel is necessary? If the first decides 100 steps away, plus an extra 10 for good measure sounds right, the second may think 200 steps, plus 10 is the amount. The next one 300 plus 10 and so on. And the one that comes after them decides they don't dislike where they are that much to have to go 310 or more steps away. Maybe the quest to be different distracted the first folks from the quest to be good. So they decide the amount of change they need is just enough to update with the times. And enough to accomplish that is 10 steps. It's still new. It's still different. 10 steps away from being 100 steps apart. 10 steps away from being 100 steps apart. Catch my drift? Welcome to another edition of The Record Shop. I'm Keith Maki, and per usual, I'm filling prescriptions for high-grade pharmaceutical audio. So without further ado, let's get into it. Heading out of the States for what they're deeming their greatest hits tour. Local favorites, the Electric Six, are headed down under. Haven't seen the Electric Six in concert, I would say any of their shows is to run through the greatest hits, and man, do they have a lot of them. I first caught that fever back in 2002, 2003, something like that, when I saw their music video for Danger High Voltage on 120 Minutes. The same night, I saw for the first time Interpol and the Ravenettes, so needless to say, that was a great episode. 120 Minutes was a staple for me at the time, and I wish something similar to that existed today. Maybe I have to be the one to make that happen. Yeah, sure. But after the first listen, I was sold, and it didn't hurt that it was rumored that Jack White was on that particular cut. And I was pleased to find out the rest of their debut fire was indeed fire. Songs like Dance Commander, Gay Bar, and of course, Naked Pictures of Your Mother. Shit. From there, it's been steady stream of straight Detroit rock and roll. And where do I start? Formula 409, Rock and Roll Evacuation, Jimmy Carter, not to mention their album covers called Mimicry and Memories, where they'd covered I Got the Six by ZZ Top, Buckingham Green by Ween, The Look by Roxette, And Aaliyah by Donnie Iris, pretty cool, as well as Do You Love Me by Kiss. It's a fun cover album, honestly. You should check that one out, you know. And if you want to talk about quality and quantity, it's hard to beat the Electric Six. They're just a fun fucking rock and roll band that anyone in the land of Oz needs to take the time and, you know, make sure to check them out. Make it an occasion and go see them get down. Apparently, I was not alone in thinking the people's vote for the 2026 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was suffering from a little recency bias, being that the people who voted weren't old enough to be familiar with a lot of the field. Luckily, in the end, that vote doesn't seem to amount to too much more than just suggestion, because when the official list of this year's inductees was released, it barely reflected the outcome of that vote. Unfortunately, though, New Edition, who won the popular vote, will not be inducted this year. I'd like to think whoever won with over 1 million votes would be a guarantee, but I guess not. That being said, the official inductees will include Oasis, Phil Collins, Billy Idol, Iron Maiden, who decided they're not coming, Sade, Wu-Tang Clan, and Luther Vandross in the performers category, with Queen Latifah, MC Lyte, and Rick Rubin getting inducted in different categories in musical influence and musical excellence. Oh, and after complaining not only here, but on After Dark, I Get My Way and Joy Division will in fact be inducted. Along with New Order, which I don't necessarily know why, because they're different groups, the biggest difference being Ian Curtis. And I like New Order, but I absolutely love Joy Division, and with the surviving members not being able to put aside their issues, you know, for the sake of making the event and showing the proper respect, I'd like to see the sole focus being put on Ian Curtis. You know, because the rest of them wouldn't find themselves in that position had he not existed. celebrate the 30th anniversary of their debut album, Placebo released Recreated, which is just a recreation of their self-titled debut album using original master tapes in an attempt to what frontman and pretty motherfucker Brian Malco says is a celebration of where they were then and where they are now. And what he feels is his way of finally finishing the record, dragging it into the 21st century sonically while preserving the integrity and spirit of the original, not improving. There's nothing wrong with it. It's about completing it. Those are his words. And on the topic of his words, he feels like thematically the songs on this album are more relevant today than when it was originally released, and I can't really disagree. You know, their androgynous lyrics and glam rock vibe fit a lot better with today's climate than what they necessarily would have been, at the 89X show many, many years ago when they shared the bill with Kid Rock and Limp Bizkit, who clearly do not match vibes with Placebo, and thank goodness for that. And recently they shared the bill with Shirley Manson and the Boys from Garbage at the Royal Albert Hall for the Teenage Cancer Trust concert series curated by Robert Smith from The Cure. Now that had to be fucking cool. Placebo played a mellow set of classics that night, and it's obvious a lot's going on in Placebo world, as they call it. And let's hope that includes a new album, because I sure would like one. Pretty motherfucker. And for those last few that we have, be sure to join myself and my partner Scott Powers Friday nights at 11 o'clock Central Time, 2300 Military Time, and 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time for the Powers Point After Dark. Like I said, we only got a couple left, and we've been having fun on our way out, at least before we find out where it is we're going to wind up. So, but we'll wind up somewhere, It don't end because Podbean decides they're not doing live shit anymore. It ends because we decide we want to end it, and we haven't decided that yet. So come hang out with us in the 2300 Society. In the vein of the David Bowie album of the same name, the Dandy Warhols released Pinups. And just like the David Bowie album, it's all covers from their various influences, one of which they apparently didn't choose was David Bowie, instead opting to do two covers of The Cult, among other classic songs like Cherry Bomb by the Runaways, Blackbird by the Beatles, and even a bit of a tongue-in-cheek version of Marilyn Manson's The Beautiful People. You gotta check that one out. And what I get out of hearing this album is that frontman and head dandy Courtney Taylor has long since abandoned chasing success by other people's definitions, buying a warehouse and turning it into the auditorium, a place for himself and the rest of the band to freely create and record and even film with video and audio recording stuff. His gear as nice as you can possibly get for a full-blown rock star. And the luxury of being able to create on his own timeline. Being able to record and release as he sees fit. I can't think of anything better. And this is a fun collection of cover songs, but per usual, I'm looking forward to some brand new original tracks from the auditorium and from the Dandy Warhols. But in the meantime, I'll be tripping out on pinups and some of these cool covers from the Dandies. And for the freaky naughty, be sure to check out Third Floor Assessments Thursday nights with the Michigan Misfits, Dave and Dakota T-Bout now. It's been, a bit of a bad run for them lately. We had a bad episode. That was, I take blame for that. And then the boys were sick. But, we're going to spring back with them hard this week. And, I guess you can take that for whatever you want. That sounded just like a double entendre. I'm sure Dave and Dakota like that. But, yeah, boys, I can't wait to hear you back on the air again. SNL UK debuted a couple weeks ago, and so far they haven't done too bad with their musical guests. They started with Wet Leg and Wolf Alice and then Kasabian. That's not too bad at all. And Georgia Smith was on, I believe, the most recent one, and she was pretty good too. And I'm hoping we get a competition going between the two shows, being the one from the US and the one from the UK. Week after week, trying to outbook each other with their musical guests in what could be a rivalry, that I really want to happen. Almost like a battle of the bands. That'd be awesome. I remember so many great musical guests from SNL here in the States. Nearly any band that existed in pop culture from 1975. Coincidentally, the year I was born until now. So I've had SNL my whole life, and I've been a loyal fan as long as I have memory. I remember Laurie Anderson scaring the living shit out of me with the way she sang, and the way her voice was distorted, sounding like the goddamn devil. Little did I know that I'd become a big fan of hers later. And I remember stuff that I didn't think was, that big of a deal at the time become controversial moments like Cypress Hill lighting a joint on live TV or Ashley Simpson and that whole lip sync fucking thing. I remember the debut of Billy Corgan and his fucking brand new bald head in the Zero outfit, and Ad Rock from the Beastie Boys flipping off the camera before launching into Heart Attack Man. Nirvana, the Stones, Them Crooked Vultures, Billie Eilish. The list is endless, and I hope SNL UK follows suit and we have an SNL Battle of the Bands, like I said, going on week to week. So let's do this. you fist pumpers and searchers of beat, be sure to check out Static Assessments, dropping once a week, where my buddy Scott Powers curates some funky time jams. That's all speak, all beat, no speak. I said all speak again. That's all beat, no speak, for your mind, for your ears, and for your ass. So check that one out and get your groove on. Get your dance on. What would your theme music be? If I'm in public, in the grocery store, or anywhere a good amount of steps can be taken, I usually hear something out of a Curtis Mayfield or a Bootsy Collins if I'm feeling good. Maybe some Rick James. Other times I hear the same kind of music you hear on the record shop. One groove seamlessly flowing into the next, making everyday average existence feel like a movie covering various genres. Drama my least favorite, but maybe horror would be worst. Now, adult movies might be a good soundtrack, but I wouldn't know what they'll sound like, just what people tell me they sound like. But I can't be the only one who's found themselves in a corridor or a long hallway and felt like they were on their way to the ring, imagining the roar of the crowd while your entrance music is blasting over the fucking speakers. Shit. Some dudes I know have actually gotten that experience, and one of them I talk to once a week. And with some luck, maybe he'll get to do that again in the future, and maybe even some of us get to be there to see it go down. That'd be fun. So if it's classic funk, hard rock, jazz, whatever, dig yourself and hear your theme music pumping like a stereo set to high-grade pharmaceutical audio. Step in time to your own rhythm and find it in you to lighten the fuck up. For the others around you, but mostly for yourself. And that will conclude another episode of The Record Shop. I'm Keith Maki, and as I said before, join myself and my partner Scott Powers, 11 o'clock Central Time, 2300 Military Time, and 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time for Powers Point After Dark while we got a few left. So come join us and the 2300 Society. And I love and appreciate all you guys, Mo, Dave, Sean, Dakota, Lightbright, Ava, Buck, Scott, anybody else who comes and joins us. You know what I mean? I dig it. I appreciate the fuck out of it. And I love the fact that you give us our time on Friday nights. You know what I mean? So anybody live and anybody listening to us on record, you know what I mean? You have my gratitude. And next week, I will do my best, as always, to provide you with your prescription for some high-grade pharmaceutical audio. So until then, dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it.